18 per game last year. Bonner comes up with a steal. The veteran off to the races.
In professional sports, time is often viewed as an opponent. It wears on your body. It tests your mind. It pushes your limits until most give in and fade out. But for DeWanna Bonner, time has been something else entirely. It has become her proving ground, her canvas, her testimony. She hasn't just survived in the WNBA. She has thrived, year after year, decade after decade, refusing to dim her flame. Her game, her presence, her legacy, it has all aged with power and grace. DeWanna Bonner isn't just a basketball player. She's a force. And she's built her career not through hype or headlines, but through longevity, adaptability, and uncompromising will. Bonner's story starts in Fairfield, Alabama, where she was born on August 21, 1987. Raised in a tight-knit family environment that valued hard work and humility, DeWanna grew up with a foundation rooted in resilience. The youngest of 4 children, she learned early how to fight for space, for voice, for opportunity. Her athleticism was evident even as a child. But what stood out more was her intensity. She wasn't just playing to win, she was playing to improve. She practiced like it was game day and competed like everything was on the line. Whether it was track, volleyball, or basketball, she brought the same energy, the same passion. As she entered high school at Fairfield High Preparatory School, DeWanna began turning potential into performance. She dominated games on both ends of the floor, showcasing a combination of length, speed, and scoring that made her nearly unguardable. College programs took notice, but it was Auburn University that ultimately became her next home. And there, she would etch her name into school history. At Auburn, Bonner was electrifying. A 4-year starter and centerpiece of the program, she finished her collegiate career as the all-time leading scorer in school history. 2,162 points across 4 seasons. Her senior year was particularly dominant, as she averaged over 21 points and nearly 9 rebounds per game while leading Auburn to a 30-4 record and the NCAA tournament's second round. But beyond the numbers, it was the way she played that defined her legacy. She was a matchup nightmare. Too quick for forwards. Too long for guards. She rebounded in traffic, led fast breaks, hit mid-range jumpers, and locked down the best opposing scorers. She gave everything. And when the 2009 WNBA draft came around, it was no surprise that Bonner was a top-tier selection. The Phoenix Mercury picked her with the 5th overall pick, adding her to a loaded roster headlined by Diana Taurasi and Cappie Pondexter. While most rookies would struggle to find minutes, Bonner immediately made her presence felt. She won WNBA 6th Woman of the Year as a rookie, averaging double-digit scoring on a championship-caliber team. And that was just the beginning. She would win that same award in each of her first 3 seasons, a league record. From day one, she showed the basketball world that she could adapt, compete, and excel in any role. Over the next decade, Bonner became synonymous with the Mercury brand, dynamic, competitive, and always a threat. She helped lead Phoenix to 2 WNBA championships, 2009, 2014, evolved into a 5-time All-Star, and consistently elevated her game when it mattered most. Whether it was crunch time in a playoff game or a cold stretch mid-season, you could count on Bonner to dig in, lock down, and show up. She didn't just play hard, she played smart. She read defenses before the pass was thrown. She anticipated screens. She communicated constantly. She wasn't just athletic, she was cerebral. Bonner's versatility is still unmatched in the WNBA. Standing 6 feet 4 inches, she has the length of a post player but the agility of a guard. She can bring the ball up, initiate offense, score at all 3 levels, and switch across 4 positions defensively. Her jump shot, once a weakness, became a weapon. Her handle tightened. Her passing improved. And her defense became elite. She's the kind of player who can give you 25 points one night and then shut down a superstar the next. And she does it all with poise, calm, and focus. Never rattled. Never rushed. But what truly makes Bonner extraordinary is how she has adapted through eras. When she entered the WNBA in 2009, The league was defined by powerful post play and half-court offense. By the mid-2010s, spacing, speed, and perimeter shooting had taken over. And still, Bonner evolved. She became a stretch forward, a slasher, a spot-up shooter, a second-unit leader, then a franchise cornerstone. She has redefined herself multiple times, each time staying relevant, each time making her team better. In 2017, Bonner stepped away from the game for the most important chapter of her life: motherhood. She gave birth to twin daughters with then-partner and fellow WNBA All-Star Candace Dupree. It was a personal transformation that made her return even more powerful. Not only did she come back in elite shape, she came back better. In 2018, she rejoined the Mercury and helped lead them to the playoffs once again, posting career-best numbers. She had taken time off, had given birth, and yet her fire hadn't faded. If anything, it had intensified. She was no longer just playing for herself. She was playing for her daughters. In 2020, Bonner was traded to the Connecticut Sun, marking a new chapter in her career. Some wondered if a change in scenery would diminish her impact. Instead, it elevated her even further. She immediately became the anchor of the team, offensively and emotionally. With Alyssa Thomas battling injuries and a young core around her, Bonner stepped into the leadership role seamlessly. She led the team in scoring, mentored younger players, and brought a hardened edge to a team that would become one of the league's most physical, defensive-minded squads. Under head coach Curt Miller, Bonner and the Sun thrived. They didn't just compete, they punched back. Every game felt like a battle. And DeWanna Bonner was the general. She played through pain. She guarded the opposing team's top scorer. She closed games. And she showed again and again that greatness doesn't age, it evolves. In 2022, she helped lead the Sun to the WNBA Finals, pushing a loaded Las Vegas Aces team to the brink. She was 35 years old, guarding players a decade younger, still hitting clutch shots and still chasing loose balls like it was her rookie year. And she's not done. In 2023 and 2024, Bonner continued to defy time, averaging double-digit points, starting every game, and mentoring rising stars like Alyssa Thomas, Tyasha Harris, and DeJounte Carrington. Her consistency is staggering. Her motor, still elite. Her body, still holding strong. She is currently among the top 15 all-time in both points and rebounds, with a real shot at reaching 7,000 career points, a milestone only a handful of players have ever touched. But the true essence of DeWanna Bonner isn't just what she's done, it's how she's done it. With grace. With resilience. With an edge. She's never been the loudest voice in the room, but when she speaks, everyone listens. Her teammates call her DB, a simple nickname, but in truth, she is the heartbeat of every team she's ever touched. Off the court, Bonner has become a voice for players across the league. She's been candid about motherhood, about balancing identity, and about what it means to grow up in the spotlight as a black, queer woman in professional sports. She's not chasing clout. She's building a legacy, one built on honesty, perseverance, and authenticity. She has become a mentor, a role model, and a symbol of what it means to sustain excellence over time. Younger players look to her not just for basketball tips, but for how to navigate life with purpose. She gives them the blueprint: show up, work hard, stay humble, and never forget why you started. As of 2025, DeWanna Bonner is still going, still starting, still defending, still impacting games. And when she finally hangs it up, whether it's this year or years from now, her resume will be bulletproof. But her legacy? That's something even more profound. Because when the story of the WNBA is told, not just in wins or points, but in soul, DeWanna Bonner's name will be there. A champion, a mother, a leader, a legend. She never begged for attention. She earned it. She never asked for the torch. She became it. Thank you for walking with us through the legacy of DeWanna Bonner, a woman who taught us that fire doesn't fade with time. It refines. It sharpens. And if you protect it, it will carry you through decades. If you believe in the power of consistency, of showing up with the same hunger year after year, Then help share her story. Share it with a player chasing greatness the right way. Subscribe to celebrate more WNBA legends whose stories deserve the spotlight. Until next time, be fierce, be present, and never let anyone dim your fire.